What's up, Hikes and Bikes crew? This week we have some footage from the train from Durango to Silverton as our back roll today. It's a very beautiful ride, would highly recommend it if you get the chance. But we're going to talk about rest and recovery this week because I have a 150-mile road ride coming up on November 1st, and on October 18th I just completed Big Sugar. So this week is focused on recovery. It's not downtime, but it is set up for your next big ride. We'll talk physiology, strategy, faith, and how my go-to tool, some leg compression boots, fit in. Let's roll. Why recovery matters. After a big effort like Big Sugar, your body has gone through micro damage in muscles, your central nervous system is taxed, your energy stores are low, training stress is the stimulus, but adaptation happens in the recovery. In Matthew 11:28, the Bible tells us, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Rest is not weakness, it is trust and renewal. Research confirms that active recovery improves blood flow, clears metabolites, and allows your next effort to be stronger. If you skip recovery, you risk accumulating fatigue that reduces performance or can cause an injury. So here we are, October 18th race done. This week I did one moderate ride on the trainer, about 40 minutes just to get the legs spinning again. I like doing shorter trainer rides. Anything over about an hour and a half on the trainer gets very monotonous, but this ride was nice. It reminded me to pedal the whole time, and it was some good averages. 137 average heart rate at about 16 mile an hour, which is slightly unrealistic for my weight, but it was a good ride regardless. Why recover this long, you may ask? Well, because for that 150-mile ride, I need to be fresh, not a fatigued engine. I want crisp legs, clear focus, full glycogen tanks, and a ready system. I've been using leg compression almost every day for the last several months to help aid with recovery. More on that in a minute. I'm planning this window like a microcycle. A short down period, then build, then sharpen. I've been focusing on active and passive recovery. A light spin, some mobility drills, walking, mainly at work, get circulation going without heavy load. This is not a vacation, but a reset. Back to the compression pants. For these, my routine is pretty simple. I tend to wear them an hour a day, anytime after I ride that day. I like to wear them in bed because I think that's nice and easy, and it's easy to fall asleep with them on, as it feels like a light, relaxing massage. Compression leggings help with swelling, they improve venous return, and they reduce muscle vibration. This reminds me of Isaiah 40:29. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Recovery tools are part of how we steward our body's strength. As far as nutrition and sleep are concerned, I take in carbs on the bike, mainly Cliff Blocks anymore, and protein right after a big effort. Within 30 to 60 minutes is ideal. I tend to drink protein shakes. It's either from Fairlife or True Life. I'll throw up a picture here. And trying to sleep well. Most repair happens during deep sleep cycles. I aim for 8+ hours. I wear a sleep mask. In a dark room with a very cold temperature, I sleep around 58 to 60 degrees, and minimal screen time before bed. If I arrive November 1st with my legs still beat up, then I'll just spend more of the 150-mile ride hanging on, rather than riding strong, enjoying it, and having fun. But if I recover now, I'll gain a stronger finishing kick, fewer mental lows, better ability to push when it counts. Research does back this. Cumulative fatigue impairs performance, increases risk. Recovery protects you. After Big Sugar, I felt heavy for days, but I did also have to drive back 16 hours. So by day 5 or 6, I did feel the spring come back, but I'm making sure to take it easy. Your body's like a rubber band. You pull it hard, and afterwards, it needs to rest to return stronger. This reminds me of 1 Timothy 4:8. For bodily training is of some value, but godliness is valuable in every way. Our physical training and recovery matter, and we do them with intention and gratitude. I'm grateful to have gotten to ride Big Sugar, and to experience the recovery it required. So let's run over that week real quick, shall we? So as you can see, there's a lot of rest days, and a 16-hour drive following the race. So I just took some good recovery. I wanted to make sure I was nice and fresh before I rode it all. And Friday felt decent, but I definitely could have waited one more day, so I went ahead and took Saturday and Sunday off as well. Now that we looked at all of our rides for the week, let's look at what we did that was fun this week. Sunday. We did the steam train from Durango to Silverton. It was a fantastic time. Just some history for you. The line was constructed by the Denver and Rio Grande Railway in 1881 and 82 to access the mining districts in the San Juan Mountains. By July of 1882, the track to Silverton was completed and the railroad began hauling ore and passengers. It was originally built to carry gold and silver ore, but the scenery and passenger service soon became the big draw. The summer season route is about 45.4 miles each way from Durango to Silverton, which if you'd like to see me ride this, let me know. I'm thinking about doing it the week after the 150. This follows the wild canyon of the Animas River. Along the way, the train crosses the river 5 times, passes deep canyon walls, old mining camps, stagecoach roads, and forest wilderness. The full round trip, or Silverton excursion, takes about 9 hours, 3.5 hours each way, and a 2-hour layover in Silverton, which is a great town to visit, and we had a fantastic meal that you got to see earlier. Would highly recommend the Reuben. Make sure to stop by Kendall Mountain Cafe. The route passes through the remote wilderness of the San Juan National Forest, sections where there is no road access between the last highway point, Rockwood Station, and Silverton. You'll see mature canyon geology, the Animas River's deep pools and rapids, and mountain peaks often reaching 14,000 feet. The railroad line has been designated a National Historic Landmark and a National Historic Civil Engineering Landmark. Riders are often described as stepping onto the Old West. The locomotives, the narrow gauge, the mountain setting, all contribute to that feel. The builders were roughly 500 laborers, many Irish and Chinese immigrants, who worked in difficult conditions to carve the route out through the rock and forest. Because the train follows a route with no roads beyond certain points, you get access to wilderness vistas and canyon walls that would otherwise be very difficult to reach by car or bike. If you're into outdoor adventure, hiking, mountain biking, this ride can be part of a bigger trip. Arrive via the train, spend some time in Silverton, do a hike there, and in the summer you can take the bus back. Before we do our 5 rapid fire facts here at the end about the rail line, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching. I appreciate every one of you. We just crossed 500 subs this week, which is absolutely amazing. I never really thought we'd make it this far. So thank you for tuning in to Two Wheel Weekly. I'm sorry this week's short and without a lot of writing, but this week's 150 coming up, hopefully we'll make up for that some, because that'll be a longer video. And then I imagine the following week will be very similar to this, so I'll try to find something fun to do that week. And then looking forward into the next couple months, we'll be doing quite a bit of ski video, and then we'll be doing some indoor trainer riding, and I'll try to come up with good topics for those as well. But thank you guys so much for joining, and enjoy these 5 rapid fire facts, and you have a great day. Elevation and terrain. The town of Silverton, where the train line ends, sits at about 9,300 feet above sea level, which adds to the challenge and drama of this route. For all of you climbers out there, here's the climbing stats. This route climbs nearly 2,900 feet over its roughly 45-mile length, making for a substantial ascent through the rugged terrain and requiring 2 water fill-ups for the steam engine, which was cool to see. The 500 laborers that built the rail line under very, very difficult conditions were paid roughly $2.25 a day at the time. They have received distinctive recognition. D and S&G has earned the top scenic rail accolades. For instance, it was named the #1 North American train trip by National Geographic Traveler in August of 2010. Some of the passenger cars and steam locomotives date back to the late 19th and early 20th century, making this line not just scenic, but one of the best preserved historic rail experiences in the United States. Well, that wraps us up for this week. Thank you so much for joining. I look forward to seeing you after the 150 this coming Saturday in next week's video. I've been trying to post by Thursday every week, so it gives you something to look forward to and a rather consistent schedule. If I do any additional videos, they'll just be slipped in between. I hope you had a great day and a great week. I'll see you next week.